Hello everyone, my name's Dr. Melissa Cohen. Well, this week I'm back. It's the second week of August and I really don't have any news. So if you're like myself, I've been Googling every day, what's the latest update? And there's nothing. So I didn't post anything last week because I kept waiting. I'm like, oh, it's the first week of August. They're gonna post something the White House, the Department of Education, President Biden, that's who I mean by they. They're going to announce something because last time, if you remember in May, that first week of May, they made the announcement that they were going to extend the student loan pause program from May 31st to August 31st. And we all had at least 3 weeks, right? So we're now in the second week of August. Like I kept waiting every day last week. I was like, well, do I do a video today? Do I video today? Nothing. And then now it's Tuesday and I'm like, I got to do something. So the good news is I was able to find a little bit of more rumblings and rumors. But very important here. So as we know, there hasn't been an extension yet for August 31st. But what we do know is that the Department of Education has told all the service loan providers not to contact students to start paying their bills on September 1st. Okay, so that means this extension is going to happen, right? Because there's laws out there that you have to give people so much time to pay bills, and it's, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks at this point. I don't remember all the details. I just know it happened around the 2008 financial crisis with credit cards, things like that, where people were not given enough time. So the federal government, obviously they're dealing with 30 million borrowers, 40 million borrowers, have to give people time to start making these payments. And because Biden had told everyone to stop contacting the student loans, that means we're not going to have to make a payment on September 1st. Okay, like 99% sure. Okay, so that's good news. So we can take a deep breath. Now there's a little bit of anxiety left because it's like, well, what does that mean? We still don't know what's going on. So I was doing a little bit more research and it's like, oh, it's coming. There's going to be an announcement. He's either going to extend the pause. He's going to do student loan forgiveness. We don't know. And so, that doesn't help. But what I was able to find, it's an article by Forbes. It was just published on August 8th, August 7th. I will link it in the show notes, but here's another clue, positive clue for us all, is that in the article it says it was reported by Politico, and Forbes is just rehashing their stuff, and I'm just rehashing the stuff from Forbes and Politico so that you understand this, that I'm not getting paid for this or anything, but that Biden has implemented a wide-scale student loan forgiveness program within the education department. So they've put procedures in place to implement this. I don't know what that means. That means they have somebody's doing some things in the background and on records and things like that. So that if he does decide to do it, please, we're all praying over here. Whatever that $10,000 a mark, what's been thrown around here for a couple of years now, is that they can do it quickly. And obviously, anytime if you're going to get 30 million people or 30 million of anything to start paying bills, you need some time for this. So he's already put that in place. So that's a positive thing. So these procedures include mechanisms to automatically cancel federal student loans for potentially millions of borrowers, and it also will allow others to apply through a simplified self-certifying application process. Okay, so what does that kind of mean without really knowing what it means, because there's nothing official yet? So that just means if they've pulled reports, they know numbers, they've got some little check mark in the back of this database somewhere that says, if this person has this type of loan and let's just use the $10,000 because nothing's been guaranteed, but it's been thrown around, and they owe $8,000 on their balance, then we're going to wipe the student loan away, right? So they're putting that in place. Maybe they'll send us a letter too. I don't know what those procedures are, but we'll just guess. The other one will allow others to apply through a simplified self-certifying application process. So that kind of tells me some things Like I said, I'm just kind of guessing. So maybe you didn't have a specific type of loan that would automatically qualify you for a flat forgiveness, right? So maybe there's something within there that you have to go into. Maybe they've set up another database, another form where you just say, okay, I have this type of loan. Please let me qualify, or whatever. It could also mean that they may put income limits. So I've read several articles recently saying $125,000. If you make less than that, then you would be qualified for maybe this flat forgiveness amount, right? But then you would have to just certify. So, that can mean, I don't even know what that means, because I'm like, well, is that household? Is that just individual? What does that mean? Is that modified adjusted gross income? What if people made less money last year, then they made more money this year, right? Is that a windfall for them? What if they made that money last year and they got laid off from their job and they're not even going to hit that amount this year? Do they still qualify? So there's all these questions that come through and such. So there's going to be some sort of self-certifying application process. All right, and here's one more piece of information. It says the Department of Education is also prepared to re-amortize reduced loan balances for borrowers who didn't get their student loans completely canceled. Okay, so what does that mean? To me, my interpretation means, okay, so let's say if you had $18,000 student loan balance and they only wiped out $10,000 of student loan balance. So then that leaves you with an $8,000 student loan balance. Now you may have it at 4%, 5, 6, 7, 8%. So it looks like what they'll let you do is re-amortize this reduced loan balance. So, the 18 minus 10 is 8. So $8,000 would be a reduced loan balance for those who didn't get their student loans completely canceled. So maybe they're also going to offer a better discount rate. I know that's one of the problems that we've all been facing of like, okay, I can get a house mortgage for 2%, but my student loan is at 7, 8%, 6, 7%. So why can't we get that lower? Because the U.S. Department of Education, the government sets those student loan amounts every year and such. So this may be a way to lower that interest amount as well. If you do have a balance after they forgive it, even if they forgive it. So I know this is so confusing still, and I know you're probably like me, just frustrated, like, just tell me. So I'm a planner, so either just tell me so I can make my arrangements to pay for it, or make other arrangements if I can't even afford my monthly bills, right? So hopefully there will be something that will be done soon. I know we've been saying this for so long, you're probably tired of seeing this, but I'm glad you stuck with me, and so hopefully just something will be resolved. I mean, I think at this point, I don't even care. I've been thankful that we've not had to pay student loan bills for 2 years at this point. But honestly, for all those people who are out there going, you need to pay your bills, it just moved the timeline. So, if my loans weren't going to be paid off until 2036, it just moved those 2 years. It didn't really do anything. It didn't save me money right now, but I don't think people understand that. Like, because, the articles are like, oh, the U.S. Department of Education is losing billions of dollars of interest. Yeah, they're kind of not getting their money right now, but they just shifted that whole loan amount just 2 years. So they're going to get their money. They're just going to get it 2 years later than what they projected. Anyways, as I said, I hope you're having a great day. If I hear anything, I will get a video. I've been checking every day. Hope you have a great day. Let me know if you have any questions. See you soon. Bye.